Hi, it's Michaela from the Mom and Baby House, and welcome to our channel. If you're new and you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and show us some support. Check out our long form videos and the many shorts that we have available. We have up to 156 videos ranging from reviews and educational information. But let's get into the real reason you clicked on this video. Before we start, I want to mention that if there's any changes in the color of these photos, please note it's due to two reasons. Firstly, yes, the products really are that dirty before versus after, which does affect the actual coloring of the car seat cover. And secondly, photos are taken at different times of the day and in different lighting. The majority of our photos are taken outside to clearly depict the condition of the seat. Here we've got a nice example of what a car seat looks like that's been stored in the garage. Lots of black mold that we were able to successfully remove. Let's look at it from a few different angles. Thankfully, this was green mold, even though it looks black on the photos. And as a result, we were able to remove it. Because remember, guys, black mold is permanent. This car seat may not look that dirty on the surface, but it is actually covered in yellow sweat stains from the sides of the seat to the headpiece. Here you can see some nice close-ups showing the before and after. Guys, this car seat really did a 360 on us. We thought it was quite sun faded when it came out. Turns out it was just covered in such a thick amount of dust that it completely went from brown to its natural original black color during the cleaning process. This client was very happy because, as you can see, just looking at the sun canopy itself, dust really went all over in those nooks and crannies. Here we've got another infant car seat. Doesn't look that bad, right? Until you zoom in and you look closely. Look at that yellow discolored harness. Well, that wasn't a problem for our cleaning team because here you can see how white and crisp the harness is when we're done with it. This car seat was a real game changer. Now, firstly, unfortunately, due to the texture of the car seat, when you take photos of it versus viewing it in person, it looks pixelated, but I promise you, this is how dirty the seat were, full of dirt marks, sweat stains, and everything in between. But once again, we were able to get successfully rid of it. Here we've got a booster that looks like it's just got some dust that could be cleaned using a cloth, but in actual fact, it was the spread of mold. Mold that was white because it was in the beginning stages before it turned green. But looking at the after photo, that was definitely not a problem for us. Here's another example of an infant car seat that just needed a little bit of TLC with the mom and baby house. Another Joey Stage car seat that had a slow but steady growth of mold. It seems this is a common underlying theme with our car seats that get brought in for cleaning, but I think that is mostly because people store them in garages. This seat just had some water stains, dirt marks, and the odd cookie or two in between that you can see peeking out there. Here we've got another car seat that doesn't look too bad until you zoom in and look at that harness. I will be honest and say that it was rock hard when it came in for its wash due to all of the dirt. And you don't always realize how much dirt gets stored into the material as well until you actually lift it and yikes, see what's underneath. And then last but not least, we have a car seat here that doesn't look that bad until you once again zoom in. And yes, we do realize that the color difference is quite significant here because we made the mistake of taking the before photos outside versus the after photos inside. But regardless, if you look closely, you can see mold creeping up on both sides of the car seat. If we look at the close-ups, you can get a much better idea. Unfortunately, this seat had lots of black mold in between that we were not able to remove. Here you can see small dots left behind, but it was certainly much better than when the car seat came into our shop. Here you can see a nice close-up as well of the mold.